Hey, what's going on, YouTube? This is Danny from TheSonicDucks bringing to you a deck profile that isn't blue eyes for once. I know, right? This is going to be my Madolche deck profile. I gotta give some props to the SonicDuck member Steven Mitchell for helping me get the rest of the cards to complete the deck. And I'm going to add some comments at the end, so let's get right into it. Alright, to start off the deck with Madolche Magileines. This is basically your Stratos of the deck. This is going to help you search out a lot of things when she's normal summoned, and she's level 4 with 1400 attack. Also, you can set her as well. Like, you can reset her with a moon or something, and when your opponent attacks her, she gets a flip summon effect, because when she's flip summoned, she also gets the thing too. So she's really good. Also, ET dubs. This is not going to be the final version of the deck. In May, we will finally be getting Madolche and Jelly, and this is one thing you're going to want to search for. That's one card you're going to want to search for with this card, is Madolche and Jelly. So, as of right now, this is what the deck is right now. So it'll be getting another update in May, but for now, this is what I have, and it works. So, 3 Madolche Magileine. Next, 3 Madolche Hootcake. I usually see people run this card at 2, and I don't quite understand why, but I love this card at 3. I had the deck built to where I ran 2, but whenever SonicDucks leader Elliot Bowman gave me my 3rd one, I just had to build the deck how I wanted to run it with 3. And BT does. This card is going to come in some great handiness as soon as Angela comes out, so get your hands on at least 3 of this guy. And I like to keep a lot of beasts in the deck for Messengelato, so this is a cool card to have. 3 Messengelato. I've seen people run 2 of this, but I prefer to run 3 because you can go into Excalibur with this. It's more rank 4s. It's one of your main searches for your spells and traps. This is a good card to have, and 1600 attack isn't horrible. 3 Mewfeuille. I've seen people run 2. I've seen people run mostly 1. I like to run 3 for the way I run the deck, because now, whenever I get this in my hand, and I don't want it, I can get this in my hand, and I can get some plays off that way. And also, it's just more beasts that I can work with, and more level 3s. Puddingcess. People hate Puddingcess. I don't know why. Probably because she's at level 5 that you have to, only special summon, you can't normal summon it. Oh well. This thing has a pop effect, as well as it can possibly be 2300. So, I like to keep this card around. I can never see myself taking it out. Cruffsant. I only want Cruffsant in the deck because I never use it, but I like to keep more beasts around in the deck, as well as he can be potentially a lot of attack power. I'm going to go in one duel where I just had this on the field with, with this guy. I just kept, I sent this guy by, this guy used him, send this back to my hand, and then summon him again, brought up some more stuff, send it back to my hand again, just kept boosting this guy until it was in the high 3000s. So this is kind of a good card. This could be a beater, it could be XYZ. It's just a good card to keep around, I say. 2 Giant Rats. Why Giant Rat over card D? This is your pseudo Angela right now, because you set your opponent attacks it, you go for Hootcake, and then you go from there. And also, it's level 4, so you can go into some rank 4 stuff. You cannot go Tiaramisu with this, but it's also just kind of good to hold. And 14 to 1450 is not bad numbers. And it's also Earth, so it has good attribute synergy with the deck as well. That's it for the monsters. Next we go into spells. I've seen people run 2, and it's kind of understandable, but I say 3 is the best way to go, because you can have one on the field, play one over it, send one to the graveyard, you have graveyard fodder for your Tiaramisu. And so I like to kind of recycle this card around a lot. So I say 3 is a good number for any Madolche deck. 3 tickets. Yes, I said 3 tickets. Not 1, not 2, but 3. People might think this is crazy because you can only use 1 ticket at a time. Yes, this may be true, but And yes, it is recyclable. So if it goes to the graveyard, I can just recycle it and get it back later. But I like to have that instant ticket. So if I have one in the field and one in my hand, the other one gets destroyed, I have a second one. I can instantly play out. I don't have to wait for the other one. And I can keep my plays going. I've never played 2 tickets. You shouldn't need it. But I like to keep that just in case factor in, just in case. See, we don't work backward. We gotta make sure our stuff goes off. And if our stuff can't go off, it's not good for anybody. Or us, that is. So keep it back up 3. Pot of Dualities. This card I never like taking out. I like keeping it in. I'm showing it with like 3 other decks right now. Yes, it takes away the special summon, and Madolches are crazy with their special summons. But this card is good to use whenever you have nothing in the hand. Or if you just have like Magileine in your hand. So you just normal summon, you search, you get this, you have some stuff to work with next turn. So it was cool. Book of Moon, you can use this on Magileine or your opponent's card. It's Book of Moon, it's just a good card to have. Okay. Yes, if you use Dark Hole on your own monsters, they're not going to get shuffled and they're not going to get recycled. But it's kind of good to wipe the board if you have nothing. And I've done it before. On the traps, Madolchepalooza. This card has won me so many games, it's not even funny. Basically, if you have Ticket and Chateau in the field and you just get a handful of monsters, basically activate this, next turn, volley it onto the field. Do not use this on your opponent's turn unless you need it, because they will get shuffled back into the deck, not added to the hand with this Ticket. So, definitely, I definitely just play this at 2, not 3. You shouldn't need it at 3. Personal card of mine, Madolche Nights. What else about Madolche Nights? Well, since I play Puddingcess, this card works. You know, just shuffling random cards is really useful. And also, it stops monster effects if there's nothing in the graveyard, and I don't keep monsters in the graveyard. They tend to go into the deck really, really fast. So, this card becomes useful, and this is just a personal card. This card would probably be a lot more useful when Angela is around, so monsters would be less frequent to go to the graveyard. So I'll just like to keep that. We gotta stop those attacks. We can't let attacks go through and hurt us. So definitely it's 2 chains. Yes, all puns intended. This is a good card to keep around. Basically, stopping monster effects. And in this deck, if you use up a lot of your trap cards first or second turn, do not feel bad because you need your plays to go off the very next turn. So just keep them on, basically. As for the runoffs, Front of Heaven, stopping monsters. Solemn Warning, stop anything. Compulsory Evacuation device, get rid of some stuff. And Bottomless, basically hold these in your deck. You know, these are just good cards. And that wraps up the main deck to 40 cards. Onto the extra deck. Now, my extra deck only has 13 cards because I'm missing a couple things, but the extra deck still works. Tiaramisu, this is your main trick of the deck. You want this all the time. There are other times where I just don't need Tiaramisu at the time, but yes, this card is amazing to keep it at 3, and if it dies, it's not as easily recycled, so it's good to keep it at 3. I've seen people run 2, I don't agree with that at all. Albverdich, the whole deck of Earth, so his effect is not going to stop you Earths, and basically his effect is you detach, and everything that is not Earth loses 500 second defense. And he has like 2300 attacks, so it's not bad. Heroic Champion-Excalibur. Basically, you have 3 warriors in the deck. You have the possibility to go for this at 4000, and you can play this in games, and like when you swarm the fields and win games, just like that. I'm sharing this with one other deck. I don't use it too often, but I like that nice pop, so it's cool to use it. Utopia, just in case, you know, stopping attacks, 2500 is not horrible. Keeping the Utopia Ray, I rarely use this. I never use this card, but I like to keep that just in case factor in, and so it's just in case. Djinn, that 2600 attack is very useful. And that's it for rank 4s. On to rank 3s. Leviair the Sea Dragon. I'll probably move this to 2 as soon as Angela comes up, but this is really useful, getting back your banished cards. Wind-up Zenmaines. Defense. Every time I bring this out, I'm usually able to keep this on the field for a long time, so it's good to have it. Temtempo. It's kind of nice to stop your opponent's XYZs and stuff, so definitely, you know, run this card. And then, number 17, Leviathan Dragon, Beaver. Now, I do not have M-X Saber Invoker, so as soon as I get that card, that'll probably go into the deck, and then, like I said, I have a second Leviair the Sea Dragon will probably be able to. But that's it for my deck, guys. So now, I will have a Blue Eyes deck coming hopefully soon, but I'm going to make sure the deck went through a lot of testing before I give you something half-assed. Just like the last two ones. Last two, like, I would love to give you the video now of what the progress is of the deck, but it's not done yet. I want to make sure it's fully tested and make sure that, you know, everything's in working order before I just kind of give it to you guys. So, next up that's going to come up is my Herald of Perfection deck, or the Perfect Herald deck, which is what abuses Herald of Perfection and the Christia lock. So, I'm just waiting for some cards to come in the mail, hopefully this week, and then I'll be able to record the deck profile and get it to you guys. And then I have some Blue Eyes and Herald of Perfection are what's coming up next, hopefully. And if you like this video, don't forget to leave a comment, subscribe, and like the Sonic Ducks. So that's it, guys. Peace.